Hello everybody, this is Cropsco018, and this is going to be my thoughts on Fairy Tail episode 139. I've already got the episode actually uploaded already, and I really apologize for everybody for not uploading this past week. Or, not really past week, but I think from Saturday to now I would have, but our internet got cut off, so I wasn't able to. So I spent that time essentially editing as many of the Fairy Tail videos as I could. I got up to episode 165 edited, so I've only got 10 left to edit, which is nuts, but I did just finish the entire Fairy Tail original, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, Natsu keeps on fighting Byro at this point, even though he can't actually use any magic against the guy, because his magic neutralizes any magic in the area, which is, like I said, nuts. Even Happy's magic is neutralized because when he tries to pick up Natsu and fly away, he loses his wings and they both fall to the ground. Essentially, everybody tries to convince Spyro that he's wrong, that they're trying to do good, and that he needs to essentially keep an open mind when it comes to Legion Platoon's doctrine and everything, and he's obviously not listening to a word they're saying. And we actually get some backstory on Kinana in this episode. I found out that I assume before the time skip. I don't know what point the time skip. I assume it was before the S-Class trial because I think she was in the background when they were announcing who was going to be participating in the S-Class trials. So I assume before then. And we found out that she was actually cursed and in the form of a snake before Fairy Tail found her and removed the curse and revealed her, I assume, her true form. I assume? I don't really know, because this is all completely out of the blue to me. And apparently, the only thing she can remember from that time was someone essentially calling to her and telling her that he will find her no matter what, essentially. And yeah, we have no clue what's going on, why she was cursed in the first place, who cursed her. Hopefully we'll get some information on that in Fairy Tail 2014, because as far as I know, we don't get that in the original Fairy Tail. Anyway, let's see what else happens. Byro soon gets, well, frustrated. Either frustrated or really mad at them because he uses a spell that would apparently kill them. It's a divine arrow magic or something, and before it even hits them, it's actually sent flying and away from them because Coco jumps in and kicks his staff up so the spell goes upward. And she explains that she can't follow the doctrine the way it is right now, the way they're doing things. She thinks they still can do good, but not the way they're doing it right now. And he essentially tries to execute her as a traitor, because she essentially is betraying the Legion Platoon's doctrine. But before Lucy can even try and protect Coco, Urza jumps in and defends her with that ultimate shield of hers, which shows that everybody has gotten there with their clock pieces. Which is not good considering, even though everybody tries to attack him with their magic, even Natsu, even though he knows that it's not going to work, none of that works. He dispels all the magic before it can get to him. And before they can even do anything, all the clock pieces start moving and merge together to form the infinity clock. And before anybody else can do anything about that, guess who shows up? A few familiar evil faces. Essentially, most of the Irrationales, except for Brain, and I think that's actually it. No, Brain and Hot Eye. Yeah, those two aren't there, but we got two people, and there was one person I recognized, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it until they mentioned it. Aragorn is actually in the Eurasian say, so he don't look like Aragorn anymore. He don't have the hair, he's bald, and his eyes look very, very strange, because I do remember him having dark eyes when we last saw him, and now his eyes look very strange. I don't know how to describe it. But apparently Midnight is Brain the Second, and yeah, not good. Anyway, that's where the episode ended. I really do like the fact that Coco kind of saw the light, so to speak, in a sense, as to how she was, the way she was, they were doing things was not morally right. Which is what essentially they were trying to tell him, that essentially the end does not justify the means. Which is what Coco had said. If your divine arrow pierces your lambs in order to reach its destination, then it's wrong. So essentially, if you try and if you end up hurting people in your quest for whatever you're doing, then it's not right. The end doesn't justify the means, essentially, is what they're trying to say. And essentially, Happy actually gives a very, very good speech in this episode, which I actually liked because we don't get to see a whole lot of stuff like that from Happy, since he's usually more the funny, slightly annoying character sometimes. At least to Lucy, anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'll get to work on some more videos if I can, and I will see everybody next time.